Salam alaikum. The person that fears Allah Ta'ala the most is the one that loves Allah Ta'ala the most. We're trying to understand about fearing Allah Ta'ala by reading about the life of our Prophet, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Before I continue, I want to again read from the book Ethics of Islam. There are 60 major maladies of the heart. The 9th malady is ostentation, that is riyah. Riyah means to present something in a manner that is opposite to its true nature. In short, it means pretension, that is, a person's performing deeds for the next world to impress the idea on others that he is really a pious person with earnest desires for the next world, that is, for akhirat. While in fact, he wants to attain his worldly desires and the wealth of this world. In other words, it means to use the religion as a tool to obtain worldly riches, or to bring oneself into other people's favor by making showing of their own worships. Let us continue. Truly, Allah Ta'ala knows those of you who slip away by making each other a shield to themselves. Then, let those who withstand the messenger's order beware of inflicting a calamity in the world and a bitter torment in the hereafter. Pay attention. To Allah Ta'ala belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth. He knows well what belief you are upon, whether you are a believer or a hypocrite, and the judgment day when they, the hypocrites and disbelievers, will be brought back to Him. Allah Ta'ala will tell them what they did in the world. Allah Ta'ala knows everything. That's in Nur Surah 63 and 64. 6 days had passed since the commencing of the digging of the trench. Everyone had duly completed his work. However, due to insufficient time, one place could not be dug deep and wide enough. Our master, the Prophet, expressed his concerns about this place and said, the polytheists could not pass except here. He set sentries there. When the polytheist army came very near to Medina, Âyat-i, the chief of the Jewish sons of Nadir, informed the Quraysh army commander that Quraysh Jews in Medina were in treaty with the Muslims. However, he could deceive their leader, Ka'b bin Asad, and make them join their ranks. The commander said, O Âyat-i, at once go to Ka'b bin Asad. Tell him to break the treaty which they made with Muslims and to help us. One of the articles of this treaty was uniting with Muslims and resisting if an enemy army attacks Medina. During the night, Âyat-i, the Jewish, left the polytheist army and came to the house of Ka'b, chieftain of the Bani Qurayza. He knocked on the door and introduced himself. He said, O Ka'b, I have brought all the army of the Quraysh, many tribes such as the sons of Kinana and Ghatafanites, as an army of 10,000 soldiers. Now, Muhammad and his Ashab will not be able to survive. We have made an oath with the Qurayshis not to leave here until we destroy them totally. Ka'b expressed his concern. If Muhammad and companions cannot be killed and the Quraysh and the Ghatafanites return to their lands, we will remain here alone. I'm afraid that they will kill us all in the end. Âyat-i said, to eliminate this fear, demand 70 people as hostage. They cannot leave here as long as these hostages are with you. If they are defeated and they go, I will not abandon you. Whatever calamity befalls you will befall me too. He deceived Ka'b first, then the other Jews. He made them tear apart the treaty with Muslims. Thus the treaty was broken. Âyat returned to the polytheist army and told them about the situation. He informed them that the sons of Qurayza would stab Muslims in the back. On the seventh day, the polytheists, with a large army of 10,000 soldiers, came to the west and the north sides of Medina and established their military headquarters. The headquarters was at the same place where the trench had been dug. The plan of the polytheists with this large army was to destroy Medina completely, and by killing our master the Prophet Alaihissalam and his ashab, to demolish Islam. Apparently, this was an army very large and very difficult to be resisted. When the polytheists saw the trench barrier, which they had never expected, they became perplexed and dispirited, because the trench had a width which a good and speedy horse could not jump over. No one who fell into it could get out easily either, especially for a man in armor. It was very difficult to climb up. Our beloved Prophet learned that the polytheists had come. He immediately gathered his companions, who were tired due to 6 days of ceaseless work, and he established his military headquarters on the slopes of Sal Mountain. Behind them there was Sal Mountain and Medina. In front of them there was the trench, and beyond it the enemy. Again, Ibn Maktum was left in Medina as the deputy of our master the Prophet. The women and the children were in the fortresses. In the Islamic army of 3,000 soldiers, there were 36 horsemen. The banners were carried by Hadrat Zayd bin Harisa and Hadrat Sa'd bin Ubadah. The skin tent of our master Rasulullah was set up on the slope of Sal Mountain. The Ashab-i-Kiram, who would show many heroisms again, began to watch the enemy movements intensely. Meanwhile, it was seen that Hadrat Umar came to the presence of our beloved Prophet. He said, "O Rasulullah, I heard that the Jews of the Qurayza have broken the treaty between us, and they are preparing for war against us." The Master of the Worlds replied to this unexpected news by saying, "Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Allah Ta'ala suffices for us. He is such a beautiful helper."